Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our channel today. We today have special guests. We have realtors. Is that it? Is it realtors or real estate? How do you say that the best? Realtors.
Realtors.
Realtors. Very good. And it's a mother-daughter team. And I just want to introduce them to you because they're pretty amazing. And I want to expose them to all of you listening because they're great. So Briar and Becki, a mother-daughter team in real estate team in Niagara region. And what I love about it is just I'm a father-son team. I work with my son. They're a mother-daughter team for like they have 38 years experience. That's humongous. But the kicker is they were born and raised in Niagara region. So they basically live here. They it's their neighborhood. They know all of the neighborhoods so well. And if I was looking for a house, let's say I had to move somewhere in Canada, I don't know the area. I'm going to want real estate person who is experienced, knows the area, lives in the area, because they can make sure I'm in the right neighborhood to meet my needs and my family. And so that's great. Welcome, Briar and Becki. It's great to have you here today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
Good to
us,
be
Mark.
here.
It's very good, very good. I love them, and you're going to love them too. So let's get started here. What we're going to talk, we want to know a little bit about the market, like what's going on in the market at the end of this past year, but also what can we see 2026. Then we're going to talk a little bit about condo versus detached, and then we're going to talk about downsizing for seniors. But let's just start. Can you tell us, Briar and Becki, as we approached, we're early February right now, 2026. So, but at the end of 2025, what was the real estate inventory in Niagara region? What did it look like? What were the sales volume? How was the market back then?
Um, the market through 2025, it was kind of ebb and flow like it normally is. Like a little bit when you started out in January, we had 46 741 listings. And then typically when our market strengthens during the spring market, we had 71,178, which,
Okay.
that follows the trend. And then ending off the year in December, which is one of our slower months in December, and being a little bit of a buyer heavy market,
Yeah.
we ended off at 28,054 listings in all of Niagara.
Okay.
And like some people, that didn't mean that they all sold. That means,
Mhm.
some sold, some stayed on the market, some take it off coming close to Christmas. So it's a number of factors, but yeah, that was our inventory levels as of, the end of last year.
Okay. So I know, the last few weeks we've had some really cold weather. We've had a few big storm type stuff in the region. Talk to us a little bit about 2026, and tell us what do we anticipate in the market? What's going on right now? And is this a buyer's market like early this year? Or is this a seller's market? Or, who should get in and what should be going on right now?
I mean, I think that's the golden question everybody's asking right now. The last few years, the market has been different than what we saw from, say, 2021 to
Mhm.
2022. It has changed. I would say the average home price in Niagara this past year was about 472,000. So that's a
Okay.
little bit down from what we had previously seen the first 5 years before that.
So like in the last 5 years, because in the region, right? I guess the price 5 years ago was a bit higher than what it is kind of now, you mean? Or
Yeah, I would say the average home price in 2022 would have been over 600,000. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, like we're down a good 44 to 50% since
wow.
COVID. So it has really dropped, and that's hard for sellers.
Yeah.
Depending when they bought,
Mhm.
looking at such a price deficit, it's really hard to wrap your head around that. And then being in a buyer's market on top of that is really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. The key right now, I think, in the market is your pricing. You
Yeah.
have to look at all the comparables that have sold within only the last few months and go based on that. If your
Mhm.
price is overpriced at this moment, listings will not be moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you think like, as we move into the spring season, right? Are we anticipating like a lot of people to put their house on the market, or is it, because if that happens, there'll be some cause and effect relationships between buyer market versus seller market, right? What do we think is going to happen in the spring?
Well, it's hard to predict in the spring, but our spring markets are genuinely very strong. So we have good hopes for this spring. And again, it goes back to your pricing. If you are priced to sell, I think most houses on average right now are selling within 36 days.
Oh, that's good, right?
If you're priced competitively to sell and your listing is presented nice and sharp.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
people only want to hold off moving for so long.
Mhm.
So like, real estate can be buyer, heavy or seller heavy or a balanced market, but people really do want to carry on with their life, make changes when they need to. So spring is expected to be good, like Becki said, as long as it's priced good.
Yeah.
So, is there a big difference like between condos and detached homes in Niagara region? So, are there any noteworthy things from 2025 to 2026, when someone's considering getting a condo or a detached? Like in Toronto, I heard, that the condo markets got hurt pretty bad in the last year or so, right? How's the condo market here? There's probably not as much condo type activity in this region versus Toronto, right?
Right. There definitely isn't. And it all depends on the condo fees because as you know, Mark, we have the condo fees, considering cost, then they have property tax to, consider. And so it all comes down to that for retirement. We do have some condominium buildings, which, they sell pretty good and the condo fees are pretty decent on them, around 500. So that can be manageable for them. So we don't have a ton, but it has been a slower market for sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So, let's talk just before we finish up here, a little bit about downsizing. I work with seniors a lot, and sometimes, they get at a point in their life or there's reasons why they got to get out of their bigger home that they've been in for many years and then downsize to a condo or some kind of a bungalow or whatnot. So talk to us a bit about, is there a gap? I know we talked a little bit about it here, but is there a gap between a larger family home and then buying a bungalow or a condo? So I've been looking at bungalows. So if there's like a 4-bedroom bigger home, um, uh, is there a reasonable amount that they'll left whole between the sale of the bigger home and buying like a bungalow, like a 3-bedroom bungalow? Or would they have to move from some cities? It costs more, a bigger home, right? There's areas. Do they have to move to another part of Niagara region to be able to get the right cost point bungalow?
Definitely. I mean, there can be money that they can put into their pocket, but you're right. It depends where they want to go. If they're coming from Toronto, let's just say they don't have to. They can come from our region as well. They sell their house for 8, or 900,000, which is a bigger family home, like you said, 4 bedrooms. They could go to Welland, which can be a little bit more reasonable depending on the area. If they have a little bit more cash flow, they're going to Virgil or Niagara-on-the-Lake if they like that kind of lifestyle. We have places in Stevensville in the Black Creek, which is a retirement, or Cherry Hill or Vineland. And I would say the difference, generally speaking, would be about right now in the market, about 250,000 cash in their pocket. So say if they purchase for 800 and they purchase for 6 or 650, they're putting maybe 2 to 250 in their pocket. I would say generally speaking.
Yeah.
If there are areas where they can go a little bit lesser and then that would increase their profit. But yeah, there's different options. Our condominiums, if they want to be in the building, they might be able to put a little bit more down. There'd be a bit of a smaller space. So it all depends on their needs and wants for sure.
Well, that's good. Well, listen, we appreciate you being here. And I was going to tell everyone before the video Then I'm going to put your contact information in the comment section of the video, but also I'm going to put that in the description section because I think, if someone's looking for a house in the area and they don't have a realtor, they have a real estate person, I think you guys would be fantastic. And the fact that they get a team, mother-daughter team with so many years experience from the region, I think it's worth reaching out to you. So there you go.
That's right.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you both here today, and we look forward to maybe connecting with you again soon. Okay.
Very
Awesome.
good. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
All right. See ya.